Hey guys, what's going on? It's Space Cowboy here. Welcome back to the channel. I have another video for you guys today. Before I begin, if you guys could please make sure to smash the like button. It's really easy to do, only takes 1 second. It helps the channel out so much. As well as subscribe if you're new. If you want more Dallas Cowboys content, feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you make sure you know when my content gets out there. So, another game recap to do, another loss. And it's official, the Dallas Cowboys, regardless of if they win the rest of their games, will finish with a worse record than last year. So they have taken a step back this year, obviously, for a multitude of reasons. Like I said, I'm not doing any pregame videos, but rather I'm just going to just see what I see and just see if there's any positives or negatives to take away. I understand that it's hard to look for positives given the state of the team, but there are some positives, a lot of negatives, but still. So I'm going to have this video, and then I'm going to have a couple other videos planned to release. I might have one later today regarding the Fantasy Football League, just going over that. And then I have some other stuff regarding next week and just other topics, so be on the lookout for that. Anyways, Dallas drops another game, 34-17. They're 3-9. They, I believe, have the 4th overall pick now, I think. I don't know if things changed. I believe they have the 4th overall pick. I could be wrong. But the point is, and honestly, I don't care about that right now. All I care about is what are we doing on the football field. And again, it's just been the same thing. It's just, I don't know what to say other than it's just another disappointment. We look like we're in the game. Like, okay, Dallas is in this game. And they just give up, you know. And it's just, and again, there are a multitude of factors for why we have that type of situation we're in. So, I want to go over the offense, the defense, and the special teams, like the stats, kind of like, I'm not saying the stats tell the whole story, obviously they don't, but they're kind of a good indicator to determine, you know, what's going on. So, let me go ahead and pull up the stats on the screen. So, Andy Dalton, he had an okay-ish game. I mean, again, serviceable, 31 for 48, 2 touchdowns, an interception, and he got sacked once. Shockingly, he got sacked once, and that's shocking. You know, I'll get to the offensive line momentarily, but getting to Andy Dalton's play, listen, he could play a hell of a lot better. Let's not kid ourselves. He can play a lot better, but unfortunately, listen, that's the best you're going to get from him. You know, he's been playing decent, but again, there's only so much you can do with Andy Dalton. Running back-wise, I mean, the thing is that Zeke's numbers kind of look a bit skewed because he was averaging about 5 yards a carry. He had 3 carries at the goal line towards the end of the game where he got nothing, so that kind of helped the average go down. But the way I look at it, Zeke had a pretty solid performance in this game. I understand he didn't get 100 yards, but you know, he looked effective given the situation. I still feel like Tony maybe should have gotten more, you know, chances. I mean, Tony had a fantastic punt return. I think 2, for a matter of fact. So, you know, he was the reason Dallas was able to take the touchdown to take the lead with Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup and Amari Cooper getting the 2 receiving touchdowns. CeeDee Lamb, I had to note this, he almost had a miraculous touchdown at the end of the half. And realistically, we should have had 3 points at minimum. But no, Michael Gallup led the way with receptions with 86 yards as well. You know, he had a solid game, you know, given the circumstances. So, getting to this offensive line. The offensive line, I got to say, played pretty solid. I mean, Connor McGovern, it looks like you got a future starter there. You know, you might want to try and keep him there for the cheap or, you know, just hold on for him, you know, for a couple more. I think we have 2 more years with him under contract, so hopefully we can try to figure out what the hell we're going to do with him. Hopefully he gets the starting lineup next year. I do have to say this. Terrence Steele was not completely terrible. He had his bad moments, but it looks like he's slightly getting better. But still, I would not have this guy on the team. But it looks like you're starting to see some improvement there. I mean, overall, this is probably the best, given the combination the offensive line has played in terms of, like, you pretty much having no starters out there except for Connor Williams. So, I mean, it's just crazy to me how this offensive line's been devastated by injuries. And I've already done a video talking about, like, why I think if we get the a healthy offensive line, we can rebound. But my whole thing is that the offense is definitely not the problem with this team. You can talk about the offensive play calling. Me personally, I think that there were play calling. Like, Kellen Moore isn't complete garbage. The thing that bothers me sometimes is he goes into a turtle shell, and I understand why. It's just, I just feel like given the circumstances, you should, call different plays. But this defense, horrific. Getting over to the defensive side of the ball as we take a look. Yes, Darian Thompson, I believe, was it Darian Thompson? Yeah, Darian Thompson had the only interception at the beginning of the game, and I was kind of shocked. And cool, we got a turnover and all, but my whole thing is that this defense is just god awful, man. Like, I don't give a damn if Jalen Smith led the way in tackling. I don't care, because guess what? Jalen looked awful last night, or not even last night. This is 2 days after the game now. 2 days after the game, and it's just, I'm sorry, man. He's just not it. There was a play on the 30. There was the 33-yard touchdown run by Lamar Jackson. He just did a terrible read, and he allowed just wide open. And you could be like, well, there wasn't a safety back. I don't care, man. Leighton was one of the reasons why Lamar was able to get that touchdown. So I'm not trying to sit here and say, I would appreciate if we got every play to be perfect. I'm not saying it's going to be. But again, man, the only player on your defense that's worth a damn is DeMarcus Lawrence. And he's not getting any sacks. He's just been very productive when it comes to just stopping the run and stuff like that. And here's the problem. The problem is Dallas doesn't have any quality defensive tackles. Listen, we lost Tristan Hill. Not saying that he's amazing, but given what you had, he was pretty good. You've done such as a team. The Cowboys have done a terrible job at getting defensive tackle help. We are so screwed there, and we have yet to get a quality. We need to invest there, because it's because of that position. You have Tank having to do everything, and then you have the linebackers getting gashed. It's just, I just don't know what to say. This defense is terrible. It's the worst I've ever seen. I just don't know. I really don't know, guys. I can't put my finger on what's going on. I think I think it's a mix of both. To be completely honest with you, I do believe it is a mix of both when it comes to the coaching staff, not calling the correct schemes, not the scheme, but the plays. But more importantly, it's on the front office, man. The front office has failed to get us players that can really get this team back in gear. We're relying on all our draft picks to hit because we refuse to spend money in free agency. And again, I'm going to save that for another video because I don't want to spoil all this here. I just want to focus on the game. The corners, listen, DeMarcus Lawrence is your current best player on the team, and then other than Trevon Diggs, who's hurt. And so you have terrible interior defensive linemen, you have terrible linebackers, and you have terrible cornerbacks, and you have terrible safeties. That has been the main reason. And this isn't just happening. This isn't because of Mike McCarthy and the coaching staff fully. This is the culmination of terrible draft and free agency choices that have resulted in the Cowboys defense being the way it is. Okay? I don't want to sit here and blame fully, it's just, we really need to revamp this defense. I hope they can do something in the offseason. I doubt it. I have no faith in the front office doing this until they prove me wrong. Moving over to special teams, Greg Zuerlein, 1 for 4. He made his first field goal, and he missed the rest of them. And I will say it was relatively windy in Baltimore, which affected the which I don't think he's got the jitters or something like that. I don't believe that until I see a trend. it was very windy, and so if this continues, that's a problem. So it's like, I just don't know what to say. I really don't. And I hate to, like, seem like I would love to pinpoint what's going on, but I'm just speechless, guys. I mean, what was it? We had, what's his face? We gave up 294 rushing yards. It's like the first time I've seen a team nearly give up, 300 rushing yards in 2 games in 1 season? Lamar Jackson only threw the ball 17. He only had 12 completions, 17 attempts, because they ran all over us. So it's completely ridiculous. We look at the team stats, and you can say that this is a bit inflated. I mean, 3rd down efficiency, Dallas was all right. We were 3 for 4 on 4th down. Okay. I just don't know what to say, guys. I'm speechless. We suck. The team, you know, yeah, we won time of possession, cool, but, like, I just don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it's like they play well enough to stay in the game for half of it, and then are they tank? I don't know. But here we are staring down the barrel of, look, I don't see them winning any other games now. I really don't. I think they're probably going to lose to Cincinnati. Cincinnati's your only other winnable game. I'm going to just be completely honest with you guys. So, if they lose that game, they will be 3-10, and they will be moving up to the 3rd pick. So the highest, I think Dallas might end up with the 3rd overall pick this year. And there's a lot you can do with that pick. And I don't want to go on forever. I just am at a loss for words of what we can do going forward. I mean, the only positives I see are that you have something in Connor McGovern. You have, I guess, something in Terrence Steele, barely, if he continues to develop. I just want to see what get Reggie Robinson. I don't want to see whatever the hell is the other Robinson is. Get him out of there, man. I want to see Reggie Robinson out there. I want to see Bradley and I out there. What do we have in these guys? I want to know. You know, they got to get out on the field somehow. If you don't get them out on the field, you're doing your team a disservice for knowing what you have going into next year. So, all I could say is listen, Dallas sucks. We just need to push forward and just try to get the season over, man. This season, I just want the season to be over. So, it's just, I don't know what you guys have to say in the comment section down below. I know I'm grasping at straws for what to say, but it's bad, man. Real bad. So I'll let you guys go. I'll save some of the, talking about the front office and stuff to another video and other things. So catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.